Where is the best place to live off the grid in the USA? So, where in the United States should you start your off-grid life? In theory, you can live off the grid almost anywhere, but some areas in the USA are more preferable to others. Therefore, there are several factors to take into consideration. There are four major factors to consider: weather and climate, land prices, local building codes, and property taxes legality. After you review these four major factors, let's break them down and understand what they consist that will help you decide where to live off the grid in the USA. Water source, weather climate, land cost, living costs, local community, laws and regulations, and property taxes. Water source. Going off the grid means disconnecting from the water lines, so it would be better for you to buy a land near a steady and clean water source. This could be a lake, a river, a spring, or even a place with a functioning well. You cannot survive without water. Weather, climate. Figure out what climate suits you the most, what challenges you might be facing in the cold winter, in the hot summer, when it rains, and when a tornado passes by. You can use a website like USA.com for a research. Just look under historical weather for the area that interests you. Land cost. This is not just about finding a price that fits your budget. A price tag for the land can hint about its quality. The land that's too cheap could mostly be a swamp or a desert. You probably should go for a land with natural resources and agricultural quality. Living costs. Even if you plan to produce your own food and materials, there will be always something that you need to buy from a nearby shopping center. You could be spending quite a lot on equipment before you see your first vegetables sprout. So, research the cost of living in the state of your choosing and figure out if you can afford it. Local community. It's also good to settle in an area populated with reliable and like-minded neighbors. This could be your newest friends. They can help you with their knowledge and information about the area. They will barter services and goods with you. Additionally, you probably wouldn't want high population density nearby should something extreme happen. Also, see what the crime rates are in this place. Low rates mean an easier protection of your land. Laws and regulations. Nice weather and nice people can't improve your off-grid life should the local laws be too limiting. Before moving to a state, ensure that you can achieve everything you planned. Do the local laws allow building a house that's not connected to the power grid? Are you penalized if your house is not linked to the sewage system? What are the building codes in this area? Do they demand that you use only certain materials when building a homestead? As you can see from these few examples, laws are not the same in every area, and they do not always fit the off-grid lifestyle. Property taxes. This can take a huge chunk of your budget, so choose a state accordingly. Taxes can also affect your decision regarding the size of the land. A large land can be zoned as agriculture, therefore you will pay less taxes, but will need to pay upfront more when you purchase the land. On the other hand, a smaller and cheaper lot will be marked as a residential area, which means higher property taxes. See if you can rezone a small property as an agriculture zone by establishing a mini farm with or without livestock or a garden. Now, let's have a look at some of the best states to live off the grid in the USA. Bear in mind that this list is not the entire list, so please visit our site for all the states to live off the grid in the USA. Arizona. Specifically, the northern part of Arizona. The land cost is low and the climate is comfortable. The biggest issue is water. It's somewhat scarce. You will have to transport water to your homestead, or even better, purchase a lot with a water source. If there is water underground, then build a well. Northern Arizona's long growing season and abundance of sun will definitely boost your crops. The extended sunny periods will also provide you with a free solar energy all year long. California. The northern part of California is the one I highly recommend. Low land prices and low taxes, abundant water, more lenient laws plus temperate weather equals an awesome choice to live off the grid. The southern half is not bad either, but the land prices are steep and the population density is too high. Colorado. Colorado is steadily becoming a more welcoming state for those who wish to live off the grid. The codes are getting more flexible, and sustainable buildings are being constructed in several counties. You would have to find a good solution for the water supply, since a large part of Colorado is a desert land. Try looking for a lot away from the cities, and you will find that the land costs less there. Florida. Florida is an outstanding off-the-grid choice. As long as you have a good water source and septic system, you will be left alone. Unlike the false rumors on the internet, living off the grid in Florida is completely legal. In Florida, you are free to install whatever alternative energy source and home addition you desire, be it a well, a garden, wind turbines, solar panel system, and so forth. You can raise your own livestock, pigs, cows, hens, and roosters, you name it. Preparing to live off the grid is so much easier in Florida. The rural land is reasonably priced, and there is a lot of water and timber that can be found nearby. You won't find rock though, since most of Florida is soil or sand. However, if you settle down in the south of the state, there are fossilized coral beds that are extraordinarily tough and can be used instead of your regular rock. Maine. Maine has its own pluses and minuses. On the plus side, you can always find a remote and inexpensive property here, which is an excellent option since living off the grid is not living for free. Timber, rock, and water are abundant and within a reach. The building codes are lenient, and off-gridder is sure welcomed. On the other hand, the seasonal weather is not for everyone. The winter is cold and wet. However, the time from spring to fall is more tolerable and can be quite pleasant. Montana. Montana can be a great choice if you intend to establish a ranch, but if you're buying a land there, you'd be better off in the mountains, which can shield you from the winds. I would advise getting a mountain land in North Dakota and Wyoming as well. The winter is cold, but it's more bearable in the mountains. You can also harness the power of the constant winds and with the help of wind turbines turn it into a reliable power source. Despite the weather, Montana is a place to live off the grid. The prices for the land are affordable, and you can even find a property next to a water source for a good price. And if you go for the mountains and not the prairies, you can find a lot of rock and timber nearby. The prairies and the grassland are a great choice for livestock, not so much for growing the plants though, especially because of the shorter growing season. So, consider raising a greenhouse to have your plants. North Carolina. You can find a lot of superb and inexpensive land in North Carolina. Just don't look near the coastline. North Carolina has an ever-growing population of off-gridders, especially around the Black Mountain and the city of Saluda. A good example of what you can find in North Carolina is Earth Haven, a community based in the mountains near Asheville, North Carolina. It is a home to dozens of people, and the plans are to extend the community to 150 dwellers. The community's energy is supplied by hydropower and the sun. Ohio. Ohio is often dismissed by those looking to settle off the grid, but it's actually a good option, and here is why. Many natural resources, low land cost, affordable living costs, crime rates that are much lower than in most other states. Property taxes are low as well. No zoning regulations or permit office in many counties, long growing seasons for the crops extending from May all the way to October. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed our video, please like it and subscribe to support our channel. For the full list of best states for off-grid living in the USA and more information about off-grid living, how much it costs, how to prepare, and much more, please visit our site and enjoy our articles on these and other topics. Have a wonderful day.